of quote-unquote Second Amendment white activists who decided that they were going to march with their guns in the streets of Fifth Ward to send a message about the Second Amendment to those who live in Fifth Ward. But we know that our brothers and sisters historically in the Fifth Ward area and in other black communities have dealt with the white night riders. Coming out of them was the Ku Klux Klan, where they would stroll through black communities with their guns, terrorizing black people. And when we heard that they were going to do that, we let them know that we know your history in the black community. We know the message that you want to send in the black community in Fifth Ward with those guns. So if you come with your guns to demonstrate, we'll meet you with our goddamn guns also, and we'll run you out of Fifth Ward. We got together and we met in the middle of Lockwood, and we met them white boys and sat down at a table and explained to them why they could not come into Fifth Ward with their guns. And then I told the brothers to bring our guns out of the Hummer, because I wanted them white boys to see we were not playing with no damn snap pistols, that we had that real technical equipment which you see on TV that you think brothers cannot afford, that we had exactly what they wish they could afford. And if you brought your rusty, raggedy white behind into Fifth Ward with that racist attitude and racist agenda, that we were going to meet you with force by any means necessary and run you up out of here. Well, they decided not to have their march, and that march was canceled.
When it comes to music, man, that's like a given. You know, I wanted to challenge myself into doing other things. I want to challenge myself, like the question you asked about the community. I want to be a part of the community, things, how I can help build things in the community, how I can help show kids that when they come into Asiatic-owned business, the first thing they won't ask is you the owner. You know, because they don't see us owning nothing no more. If they built affordable housing, it wouldn't be a problem. But you're not building affordable housing. Yeah. And what if you build some apartments for brothers and sisters that get out of prison knowing that they can't get nowhere to stay? Build some apartments where you already know they ex-felons. Put 9 sex offenders in a house, but here it is, a brother get out of prison. He can't find nowhere to stay because you're doing a background check, but you letting sex offenders out here. That they billing almost $300,000. These some $300,000, $280,000, $270,000 properties that these people building out here. These is the same people they relocating to other areas. Now they got to go out here and get out.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on the cancer cluster problem, you know, I can see it. I don't suffer with cancer, but my grandfather died of cancer. So it's no secret to me what's going on with it. My whole thing is what's gonna be done about it.
Growing up, I attended St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church on Dabney Street. That was our church home, and I would periodically go to Mother Mercy with my cousins. That was their church home. So church and faith has always been a part of my life. But you know, again, as you get older, you realize what a bedrock that was instilled in you, even when you didn't know it was being instilled in you. So I am grateful that my mother and father insisted that we go to church every Sunday. We went to Catholic parochial school after church, Sunday school. So it has carried me in ways that I could not even explain to you. You know, being in this business, being in the television business, you can run up against some really nasty people. You can run into some nasty situations. And sometimes really all you have to lean on is your faith. And so I am so grateful that I've had that from the very beginning. I tell young people, your zip code doesn't determine where you go. It really doesn't. And so for me, a little girl from Fifth Ward, I've gone on to get 3 Daytime Emmy Awards. I've recently written a book. It all began right here. And I will forever be grateful to my Fifth Ward.
In my role as CEO of the Fifth Ward Community Redevelopment Corporation, I view that as my ministry. You see, I'm not a singer and I don't stand on the doors while I am in church. This is an opportunity for me to make a difference in the lives of the people that I serve. I view this opportunity as an opportunity to serve those who are less fortunate by making dreams come through, housing opportunities, and small business development for those who are less fortunate. Well, I am not a proponent of gentrification. I am a proponent of inclusion and economic diversity and integration. And as we attempt to redevelop this community, it's important that we not recreate the Fifth Ward of yesterday. We're not about increasing poverty, but increasing opportunity. And in order to make this successful, smart community, we need economic diversity and inclusion, and we want to live among our friends, our brothers and sisters, and that means that we offer cultural diversity as well. So we continue to create opportunities that everyone in Fifth Ward will have an opportunity to live, work, and play in this great community. If there was one thing that I would tell the government, it would be to continue to share in the responsibility of redeveloping urban communities like Houston's Fifth Ward. Continue to provide opportunities that make our lives easier, the work that we do as nonprofits easier for our communities by investing in our communities and making sure that we have the services we need to improve the quality of life for the people here. We need more, not less.
My message to local, state, federal government is to confess, be honest about what took place in this community. Be honest about be as honest about what crack cocaine did to this community as you are about what heroin and the other drugs are doing to the communities that don't look like this one, the communities that are not people of color, the communities that are not people of low means. Be honest about that, and once you're honest about that, come forward and atone for it. And you can attribute and contribute some of the deprivation that exists even in 2020 to what happened in the 1980s, because those cycles haven't been broken. The same way wealth has been built over time for others is the same way poverty has been exacerbated. My message to the kids being raised in Fifth Ward today is to preserve, protect, promote, and pay homage. You know, preserve what's here, protect its history, its legacy, and pay homage to those that paved the way for, you know, the Fifth Ward community and those that came out of the fruit of Fifth Ward.